Overthinking. It's a habit that can entangle us in endless worry and uncertainty. We get stuck, replaying past mistakes or imagining future problems, and in doing so, we lose the present moment. But there is a way to quiet the mind, to move away from the spiral of overthinking and regain control of our thoughts. The path is simple. Focus on what is within your power, and let go of the rest. Today, we'll explore how to stop overthinking and find calm through a Stoic approach to the mind. Tip 1. Focus on what you can control. Overthinking often stems from the desire to control everything around us. What others think, what might happen tomorrow, or the consequences of past decisions. But we don't have power over these things. What we do control is our own mind and how we respond to the world around us. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If it's not, release it. You cannot change the past, and you cannot dictate the future. The only thing you have full power over is your thoughts and actions in this moment. By focusing on what's within your control, you stop wasting energy on what you can't change, and your mind becomes clearer and lighter. Tip 2. Live in the present moment. Overthinking pulls us into the past or the future. We dwell on things we can no longer change or anticipate problems that may never come. This mental noise takes us away from the present, the only time that truly exists. Whenever your mind begins to wander into worry, refocus on the here and now. Pay attention to what's directly in front of you. Breathe. Slow down. Let the present moment be your anchor. By living fully in the now, you prevent your mind from spiraling into overthinking. Tip 3. Practice mindful detachment. Overthinking happens when we become too attached to our thoughts, letting them carry us into a storm of anxiety. But our thoughts are not always reality. They are fleeting, passing impressions. When you find yourself overthinking, step back and observe your thoughts as if from a distance. Don't engage with them. Don't react. Just notice them. By doing this, you give yourself the space to choose which thoughts are useful and which are not. This mindful detachment creates room for clarity. You see your thoughts for what they are, temporary and often insignificant. Tip 4. Reflect, but don't obsess. While overthinking is destructive, purposeful reflection is valuable. It allows us to learn from our experiences without getting lost in them. Set aside time each day to reflect, not to obsess over what went wrong, but to understand and grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from today? Let your reflection be productive, guiding you toward better decisions and actions, not pulling you into endless self-doubt. By reflecting with intention, you gain insight and clarity without the trap of overthinking. Tip 5. Accept what happens. Overthinking often comes from resistance. We resist what is happening, or what might happen, and in doing so, we create more suffering for ourselves. But acceptance is the key to peace. Things will not always go the way we want them to. The world is unpredictable, and so are people. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." When we accept reality for what it is, we free ourselves from the burden of overthinking. Instead of worrying about what could go wrong, we learn to adapt and move forward with a calm mind. Tip 6. Simplify your mind. Our minds become overwhelmed when they are cluttered with too many thoughts, distractions, and worries. To stop overthinking, we must simplify. Focus on one thing at a time. Clear out unnecessary distractions. When you find yourself jumping from one thought to another, pause. Take a deep breath. Prioritize what truly matters and let go of everything else. A simplified mind is a peaceful mind, free from the chaos of overthinking. Tip 7. Remember life's transience. Overthinking often keeps us from living fully in the moment. We get caught in minor worries, forgetting the bigger picture. But life is short, and our time is limited. We waste precious moments overthinking things that, in the end, don't really matter. When you catch yourself spiraling into worry, remind yourself of the transient nature of life. Time is too valuable to spend it lost in endless thought. Focus instead on action, on living with purpose and intention. Conclusion. Overthinking is a habit that can cloud the mind and steal our peace. But through the Stoic principles of focusing on what we can control, living in the present, practicing mindful detachment, reflecting with purpose, and accepting reality, we can break free from the cycle of overthinking. The power to quiet your mind lies within you. You are not a slave to your thoughts, you are their master. Choose calm. Choose clarity. And remember, peace of mind is found not in controlling everything, but in mastering yourself. The path to a peaceful mind begins with your thoughts. Make them count.